značenje Mahamantre.
O Hari,
O Hari,
having captured my mind,
pošto si zarobio moj um,
please free me from material bondage.
Molim te, oslobodi me od materijalnog ropstva.
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
please attract my mind
molim te, privuci moj um,
by pulling it to you.
privlačići ga k sebi.
O Hari,
O Hari,
please capture my mind
molim te, zarobi moj um
by your unsurpassed sweetness.
Svojom slatkoćom bez premca.
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
please purify my mind
molim te, pročisti moj um
with knowledge about devotional service
sa znanjem o predanom služenju
given to me by your own devotee.
koje mi daje tvoj vlastiti bhakta.
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
please make me able to relish your transcendental name
molim te, učini me sposobnim da okusim tvoje transcendentalno ime,
your form, qualities, and pastimes.
tvoj oblik, odlike i zabave.
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
please make me able to relish your transcendental. Oh, I wrote that. Okay. Please, O Hari, please make me fit to serve you.
O Hari, molim te, učini me sposobnim da te služim.
O Hari, please make me able to relish your transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes.
O Hari, molim te, dopusti mi da okusim tvoje transcendentalno ime, oblike, odlike i zabave.
O Hari, please direct me to do some particular service for you.
O Hari, molim te, uputi me da učinim neku službu za tebe.
O Rama, let me hear about your most cherished pastimes.
O Rama, daj da čujem o tvojim najcijenjenijim zabavama.
In the company of your dearest devotees.
U društvu tvojih najdražih bhakta.
O Hara, O Hara,
O Hara,
Radha,
Radha,
please reveal to me your most transcendental, your most cherished pastimes.
molim te, razotkri mi svoje najcijenjenije zabave
With your beloved Sri Krishna.
sa svojim voljenim Shri Krishna.
O Rama,
O Rama,
please reveal to me your most cherished pastimes with your beloved Sri Radha.
molim te, razotkri mi svoje najcijenjenije zabave sa svojom voljenom Shri Radhom.
O Rama, please engage me in remembering your transcendental name.
O Rama, molim te, angažiraj me u sjećanju na tvoje transcendentalno ime,
Form, qualities, and pastimes.
oblik, odlike i zabave.
O Rama, please make me fit to serve you.
O Rama, molim te, učini me sposobnim da te služim.
While remembering your transcendental name,
Dok se sjećam tvojeg transcendentalnog imena,
form, qualities, and pastimes.
oblika, odlika i zabava.
O Hari,
O Hari,
having accepted me as one of your own servitors,
pošto si me prihvatio kao jednog od svojih slugu,
please enjoy me as you please.
molim te, uživaj u meni kako god želiš.
O Hari,
O Hari,
please enjoy me in your transcendental way.
molim te, uživaj u meni na svoj transcendentalni način.
This is my humble request at your lotus feet,
To je moja ponizna molba tvojim lotosovim stopalima,
spoken by Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
koju izgovara Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
So each of the names in the mantra, there's a prayer connected with the names.
Za svako ime u mantri vezana je molitva.
So each of the names we can offer a prayer along with that name.
Svakom imenu možemo ponuditi molitvu zajedno sa tim imenom.
Umgyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Svakaya Chaksurvilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Name Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurami Vicharjanya Visesha Hari Prasyatya Sutayane Panchakalpa Turvishna Vivasya Vedasya Dikhanam Bhagavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Vedanta Sri Guru Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So when I was here months ago,
Dakle, kad sam bio ovdje prije mjesec dana,
we spoke on the pastimes and activities of Srila Haridas Thakur.
pričali smo o zabavama i aktivnostima Srila Haridas Thakura.
And so I was requested to continue.
I zamolili su me da nastavim.
So when he heard that I was going to speak about him again, he wanted to come.
I kad je on čuo da ću opet pričati o njemu, onda je poželio doći.
So he's here today.
On je ovdje danas.
To see all of you who are eager to hear about him.
Da vidi sve vas koji ste željni slušanja o njemu.
Here's a nice book.
Ovdje je jedna lijepa knjiga.
It's called Namacharya, The Life of Srila Haridas Thakur.
Zove se Namacharya, život Srila Haridas Thakura.
Very complete, most complete compilation of the life of Srila Haridas Thakur by one Prabhupada disciple named Rupa Vilas Prabhu.
To je najpotpunija kompilacija priča o životu Srila Haridas Thakura koju je napisao Prabhupadov učenik Rupa Vilas Prabhu.
And all the great acharyas, Srila Haridas is very much connected with us in our practice.
Od svih acharya, Srila Haridas Thakur je veoma povezan s nama u našoj praksi.
He has the title Namacharya.
On ima titulu Nama Acharya.
Acharya means one who teaches by example.
Acharya znači onaj ko poučava primjerom.
So Srila Haridas Thakur teaches by example the process of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Srila Haridas Thakur svojim primjerom poučava proces mantranja Hare Krishna Mahamantre.
Which we know is the most important activity in devotional service.
A znamo da je to najvažnija aktivnost u predanom služenju.
It's the foundation, it's the expression, it's the goal of everything devotional.
To je temelj, izraz i cilj svega devocijskog.
The holy name of the Lord is actually descended from the spiritual world.
Sveto ime Gospodina zapravo se spušta iz duhovnog svijeta.
Narottam Das Thakur says, Golokeda Premadana Harinam Sankirtan Ratin Jan Vino Keni Upai. That this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is directly descending from Sri Vrindavan in the spiritual world. Srila Narottam Das Thakur.
Srila Narottam Das Thakur kaže da se ovo pjevanje svetog imena direktno spušta iz Vrindavana u duhovnom svijetu.
So this Mahamantra is pure spiritual sound vibration coming from the pure spiritual abode of Krishna in Sri Vrindavan.
Ova Maha mantra je čista zvučna vibracija koja dolazi iz čistog prebivališta duhovnog Sri Vrindavana.
When it comes, where does it go? It says it comes to this world, but where does it go?
I rekli smo ona dolazi u ovaj svijet, ali kamo onda ide?
Goes into the hearts of the pure devotees.
Ide u srca čistih bakta.
That's the only place it goes.
To je jedino mjesto kamo ide.
And then the pure devotees think, well, now I have to give it to everybody.
I onda čisti bakte misle, pa sada to moram dati svima.
So the combined mercy of the holy name and the combined mercy of the pure devotees, they distribute that to each and every one of us.
I zapravo mi dobivamo kombiniranu milost svetog imena i svakog pojedinog bakte, jer nam ti bakte to dijele.
And because of their kindness, they want to share something that is wonderful, so they want to share and bring it to the whole world.
I zbog svoje dobrote oni žele podijeliti nešto što je prekrasno i podijeliti to sa cijelim svijetom.
Not only they want to share it, but they are very eager for people to take it.
Ne samo da to žele podijeliti, nego oni imaju veoma gorljivu želju da ljudi to uzmu.
So eager that when people don't take it, That is their only unhappiness.
Ta želja je toliko gorljiva da kad ljudi to ne uzmu, to je njihova jedina nesreća.
And the pure devotees can never be unhappy because they are purely connected with Krishna.
Čisti bhakti nikad ne mogu biti nesretni jer su povezani s Krišnom.
But they do experience this sadness that the whole world is not chanting Hare Krishna.
Ali osjećaju tugu što cijeli svijet ne pjeva Hare Krishna.
So Prabhupada, in one of his lectures, he says,
Prabhupada u jednom od svojih predavanja kaže:
only when the whole world is chanting Hare Krishna will the desires of the pure devotees become satisfied.
Tek kada cijeli svijet bude pjevao Hare Krishna, želje čistih bhakta će biti ispunjene.
That is their compassion.
To je njihovo suosjećanje.
And so if we take it
I ako mi prihvatimo to pjevanje
and make it the most important thing in our devotional practice,
i učinimo to najvažnijom stvari u svojoj devocijskoj
we
praksi,
will please the pure devotees.
mi ćemo zadovoljiti čiste bhakte.
And that means pleasing Krishna.
A to znači,
The pure devotees who please Krishna is pleased.
a to znači zadovoljiti Krišnu, jer Krišna je zadovoljan kad su zadovoljni čisti bhakte.
The pure devotees are pleased when they see everyone becoming pure devotees.
Čisti bhakte su zadovoljni onda kada vide da svi postaju čisti bhakte.
Sometimes we think, oh, I like to please a pure devotee.
Ponekad mislimo, pa ja bih volio zadovoljiti čistog bhaktu.
So they want to give something.
Pa onda žele nešto dati.
They give some dakshina.
Daju neku dakšinu.
Or they give some gifts.
Ili daju neki poklon.
Or they do a little service.
Ili naprave neku službicu.
That's nice.
To je lijepo.
Yeah? It's accepted.
To se prihvaća.
But the real thing that pleases the pure devotees,
Ali ono što zapravo zadovoljava čiste bhakte,
greatly pleases them,
u velikoj mjeri,
which means pleasing Krishna,
a to znači da zadovoljava i
is
Krišnu,
that when they see you chanting Hare Krishna,
je da vide da pjevate Hare Krishna.
there's nothing greater that pleases the greatest souls, because they know Krishna is pleased, and therefore everyone is becoming benefited.
Ništa više ne zadovoljava velike duše od toga, jer oni znaju da je Krišna tada zadovoljan i da te duše dobivaju dobrobit.
So in the life of Srila Haridas Thakur, he chanted 333,333 names of God every day.
Što se tiče života Haridas Thakura, možemo reći da je on svaki dan pjevao 333,333 sveta imena.
That means 192 rounds of japa every day.
To znači 192 kruga džabe svaki dan.
We think, oh, 16 rounds.
Mi mislimo da 16 krugova.
That's so hard.
To je tako teško.
Guru Maharaj,
Guru Maharaj,
give me a break.
daj malo popusti.
Lower the number.
Spusti broj malo.
He'll say, I already lowered it. I can't go any lower.
A oni kažu, pa ja sam već to spustio, ne mogu više spustiti.
16 rounds.
16 krugova.
But Guru Maharaj, I'm not a pure devotee.
Ali Guru Maharaj, ja nisam čisti bhakta.
But if you chant 16 rounds, you will become one.
Ali ako mantraš 16 krugova, postaćeš čisti bhakta.
But getting there is difficult.
Doći do tamo je teško.
I'll help you
Ja ću ti pomoći.
by telling you chant 16 rounds.
I to tako što ti kažem, mantraš 16 krugova.
And I'll make sure you do it.
I pobrinut ću se da to i učiniš.
Or no prasad.
Ili nećeš dobiti prasadom.
So it's what we call loving coercion.
To je ljubavna prisila.
So Haridas Thakur, he chanted 192 rounds, and he still would use a few hours in the day to preach Krishna consciousness.
Srila Haridas Thakur je mantrao znači 192 kruga i dalje bi par sati u danu uspjevao propovijedati svjesnost
He was
Krišne.
eager to spread the mercy everywhere.
Imao je gorljivu želju raširiti milost posvuda.
So it describes in one part of his life, he settled in one area of Navadvip, it's called Fulia.
Opisuje se da se u jednom periodu života smjestio u dijelu Navadvipa koje se zove Kulija.
Now, he just came there and took residence on the bank of the Ganga.
Došao je tamo i nastanio se na obali Gange.
And he was chanting.
I mantrao je.
Now, this was the area very close to the house of the great Acharya.
To je bilo područje jako blizu kući Advaita Acharya.
So when Advaita Acharya found that Srila Haridas Thakur had come, he was so happy.
Kad je Advaita Acharya saznao da je Srila Haridas Thakur došao, bio je jako sretan.
So he would regularly visit him.
On je ga redovito posjećivao.
And then the word spread everywhere. Oh, this great saint is here in Fulia chanting and giving his darshan to everyone.
I proširio se glas posvuda. Ovaj veliki svetac je ovdje u Kuliji, on mantra i daje svoj daršan, odnosno svi ga mogu vidjeti.
And all the great saints, sages, and even people in general who were of different nationalities, different religions, they came to see and get the mercy of Haridas.
I svi sveci i mudraci, ali čak i obični ljudi koji god bili nacionalnosti, dolazili su kako bi dobili milost od Haridasa.
Well, everyone was happy that such a great saint had come.
Svi su bili sretni što je tako veliki svetac došao.
Except one person.
Osim jedne osobe.
His name was, we don't know his name, but he had a title. He was called the Kazi.
Ne znamo mu ime, ali znamo mu titulu, a ona je Kazi.
He's second in command.
On je drugi u zapovjednom lancu
amongst the Islamic government,
u islamskoj vladi.
which was the ruling class at the time.
A oni su tada vladali Indijom. Ja.
So he became angry, and Haridas was converting and making so many people chant Hare Krishna.
I oni su se ljutili što je Haridas preobraćao mnoge ljude i navodio ih da mantraju Hare Krishna.
So he came to the chief mulak, or the main, not the Qazi, but the Muslim king.
I došao je do muslimanskog kralja.
He said, "You know what's happening?
I rekao je, jel znaš što se događa?
This person called Haridas,
Ova osoba koja se zove Haridas,
he was born in a Muslim family.
On je rođen u muslimanskoj
But
obitelji,
he's practicing the religion of the Hindus.
ali prakticira religiju Hindusa.
And he's making other Muslims Hindus.
I on druge muslimane preobraća na hinduizam.
He should be punished. He should be stopped.
Treba ga kazniti, treba ga zaustaviti.
This is heresy.
Ovo je hereza.
This is, we cannot tolerate this.
Ovo ne možemo tolerirati.
You should bring him here and punish him.
Trebamo ga dovesti ovdje i kazniti.
So the king was listening.
I tako je kralj slušao.
So he arranged for Haridas to come.
I on je dogovorio da Haridas dođe.
And he said, Haridas,
I rekao je, Haridas,
you were born in a Muslim family.
rođen si u muslimanskoj obitelji.
Why do you take up the activities of the Hindus?
Zašto si počeo prakticirati aktivnosti Hindusa?
Haridas Thakur said,
Haridas Thakur je rekao,
we see every day some people who are Muslim, they become Hindus, and some Hindus, they become Muslim. So what's the fault?
a svaki dan vidimo da neki ljudi koji su muslimani postaju Hindusi i neki Hindusi postaju muslimani. U čemu je problem?
So, when the king said, well, we have to understand that you were born in a Muslim family, you're in a high birth, superior birth.
A kralj je rekao, pa moraš razumjeti da kad se rodiš u muslimanskoj obitelji, to je visoko, superiorno rođenje.
So you're going down to the lower activities of the Hindus.
Ti se zapravo spuštaš na niske grane prakticirajući.
So you should stop.
I zato trebaš prestati.
Haridas said, we see that the Supreme Lord is understood in different religions by different names.
Haridas je rekao, pa vidimo da svevišnji gospodina u različitim religijama razumijevaju pod različitim imenima.
And the Supreme Lord is one.
A svevišnji gospodin je jedan.
So some people worship him as Hindu, some people worship him as Krishna, and others worship him as Allah.
Neki ga štuju kao Krišnu, a neki kao Allaha.
And therefore he is the same person.
I stoga on je ista osoba.
So what's the fault? Everyone is worshiping according to their own desire.
U čemu je problem? Svi štuju prema njihovim vlastitim željama.
And the Lord appears in the heart to inspire people to worship in a certain way.
I Gospodin se pojavljuje u srcu kako bi inspirirao osobu da ga štuje na određeni način.
So the Lord has come to me and he is inspiring me to worship him as Krishna.
I tako je Gospodin došao meni i inspirirao me da ga štujem kao Krišnu.
So he spoke somewhat interfaith understanding that God is one, religion is one, the inspiration to worship is one. So why fault anyone for their inspiration?
Govorio je o međureligijskom razumijevanju, odnosno o tome da je Bog jedan i da je ta inspiracija u srcu isto jedinstvena i zašto nekoga kriviti radi njegove inspiracije.
Now, there were many people listening to Haridas.
Mnogi ljudi su slušali Haridasa.
And everyone thought, oh, Haridas is speaking very, very correctly.
I svi su mislili, da, Haridas priča vrlo točno.
But the Kazi, he was still there.
Ali Kazi je i dalje bio tamo.
He said, just listen to this person, he's a heretic.
I on je rekao, poslušajte ovu osobu, ona je heretik.
Yeah, he's using all these nice words just to endorse his own form of worship, which is a form of cheating.
On koristi lijepe riječi kako bi propagirao svoj način štovanja koji je u stvari prevara.
So he should be punished
Njega treba kazniti,
by being beaten,
treba ga prebiti,
by whips, by strong torturers in the marketplaces.
trebaju ga bičevima tući snažni mučitelji na tržnicama.
So he was trying to encourage the king to punish Haridas.
I on je pokušavao nagovoriti kralja da kazni Haridasa.
The king said to Haridas,
Kralj je rekao
you
Haridasu,
know, we could kill you.
pa znaš, mi bismo te mogli ubiti.
And Haridas said, well, yeah, that's true.
Haridas je rekao, pa da, vi ste.
But even if you take my body
Ali čak i ako mi uzmete tijelo
and you cut it into 100 pieces,
i razrežite ga na 100 komada,
and each piece will be chanting Hare Krishna.
svaki komadić će pjevati Hare Krishna.
And in my next life I will continue to chant Hare Krishna.
I u idućem životu i dalje ću pjevati Hare Krishna.
The king was kind of intelligent. He listened.
Kralj je bio inteligentan i poslušao je,
And still he wasn't convinced.
ali nije bio baš uvjeren.
So the Kazi was again encouraging the king to kill Haridas.
I Kazi je opet nagovarao kralja da ubije Haridasa.
And then the king agreed. Yes, I think because you were born in such a high birth and now you are acting as a low-class person, there is no other destiny for you than to be beaten until you no longer have any breath left.
I kralj je tada rekao, da, mislim da zbog toga što si potratio svoje visoko rođenje na ovaj način, mislim da te treba tući tako dugo dok u tebi više ne bude ostalo daha.
So they took Haridas away.
I onda su ga odveli su Haridasa,
They tied him up,
svezali su ga
and they had these two big, very powerful, almost like wrestlers.
i dva kršna momka Hrvaća
And they had these big whips,
sa velikim bičevima.
strong whips. And they tied Haridas, and then they started dragging him along the ground.
Oni su svezali Haridasa i počeli su ga vući po podu.
And they were going into public marketplaces.
I išli su na javne tržnice
And they were beating him with the whips
i tamo su ga tukli bičevima
on his back.
po leđima.
But by the grace of the Lord, Haridas wasn't feeling any pain.
Ali Gospodinovom milošću Haridas nije uopće osjećao bol.
And he was smiling.
I on se smiješio.
And he was chanting Hare Krishna.
I pjevao je Hare Krishna.
He never stopped chanting Hare Krishna.
Nikad nije stao s pjevanjem Hare Krishna.
And now people were watching and seeing what was happening.
A ljudi su gledali i vidjeli su što se događa.
And they were thinking, this is a great saint. And he's being tortured and killed. We should stop it.
I ljudi su mislili, ovo je veliki svetac I oni se sad njega muče i ubijaju. Mi bismo to trebali zaustaviti.
People were running up to the torturers saying, stop, he's a great saint.
I ljudi su dolazili do tih mučitelja i govorili, stanite, stanite, on je veliki svetac.
People were saying, I'll give you anything, whatever you want. I have the ability to give you anything. Just stop. Don't continue to torture him.
Ljudi su govorili, daću vam što god želite, imam vam mogućnost dati sve što god želite, samo ga nemojte više mučiti.
And they were falling at the feet of the torturers to make them stop, but they wouldn't stop.
I padali su pred stopala mučitelja kako bi ih naveli da prestanu, ali oni nisu prestajali.
So they kept dragging him from one marketplace to another, beating him.
I oni su ga vukli od jedne tržnice do druge, mlateći ga.
It's described, he wasn't feeling any pain.
I opisano je, on uopće nije osjećao bol.
You might think, well, how's that possible?
Možete misliti, pa kako je to moguće?
It's called Krishna.
To se zove Krishna.
When one is absorbed fully in devotional service, one doesn't touch the material energy. Neither can the material energy touch that person either.
Kad je neko potpuno apsorbiran u svjesnosti Krišne, on ne dodiruje materijalnu energiju, niti materijalna energija dodiruje njega.
I was just scratching my head.
Samo sam se češao dlan.
And so they continued, one marketplace after another.
I tako su oni nastavili jednu tržnicu za drugom.
All the while, Haridas was praying.
Cijelo vrijeme Haridas se molio.
Not only was he chanting, but in his mind he was praying for these torturers to receive the mercy of God.
Ne samo da je mantrao, nego se molio da njegovi mučitelji prime milost Božju.
He had no negativity towards any of them.
Nije osjećao nikakvu negativnost prema bilo kome od njih.
Finally, they went to 22 marketplaces.
Na kraju su obišli 22 tržnice.
The torturers were so tired they couldn't even lift up their arms anymore.
Mučitelji su bili toliko umorni da više nisu mogli ni dići ruke.
And then they understood.
I onda su razumjeli.
You are a great saint.
Ti si veliki svetac.
Nobody has ever passed even 2 or even 3 marketplaces. And you have gone through all 22. And you're here and you're still chanting and you're smiling. And we're tired.
Niko prije nije izdržao niti 2 ili 3 tržnice, a ti si izdržao svih 22, još uvijek mantraš sveto ime, još uvijek se smiješiš, a mi smo umorni.
Then they said to Haridas, but we are in trouble now.
I onda su rekli Haridasu, ali mi smo sad nadrapali.
Because we are ordered to kill you.
Jer nama su naredili da te ubijemo.
And because we have failed,
I zbog toga što nismo uspjeli,
we will be punished.
bit ćemo kažnjeni.
Well, Haridas said, oh, if that's the case, just watch.
A ako je to tako, onda samo gledajte.
So he went into samadhi.
On je otišao u samadhi.
All his external symptoms stopped.
Svi izvanjski simptomi života su prestali.
And it appears that he was no longer living.
I izgledalo je kao da više nije živ.
And they took his body.
Uzeli su njegovo tijelo.
They brought it back to the Kazi and to the king.
I donijeli ga pred Kazija i pred kralja.
The king said, take his body and bury it.
I kralj je rekao, uzmite njegovo tijelo i zakopajte ga.
But then the Kazi said, no.
A Kazij je rekao, ne.
Getting buried means that person will get the mercy of God and be elevated. His body should be thrown in a river like a piece of garbage.
Ako se osobu zakopa, znači da će dobiti Božju milost i biti uzdignuta. Njegovo tijelo treba baciti u rijeku kao smeće.
So they brought his body down to the riverbank.
I doveli su, znači, njegovo tijelo do obale.
And now they tried to lift it up and put it into the river.
I probali su ga podići da ga stave u rijeku.
It's described Krishna entered his body at that time and it became so heavy they couldn't move it.
I opisano da je u tom momentu Krišna ušao u njegovo tijelo koje je postalo toliko teško da ga nisu mogli ni pomaknuti.
Everyone was trying to push the body in, couldn't do it.
Svi su pokušavali pogurnuti tijelo u rijeku, ali niko nije uspjevao.
So they didn't know what to do.
Nisu znali što će učiniti.
They just left.
I onda su jednostavno otišli.
And then Haridas went into the water by himself.
Haridas je sam otišao do vode
He was floating underwater.
i on je plutao na vodi,
Came out on the other side.
izašao je na drugoj obali
And he started preaching and chanting again.
i tamo je počeo propovijedati i mantrati.
It's in the same place.
Na istom mjestu.
When the king heard about it,
Kad je kralj to opet čuo,
he could understand.
mogao je
And
razumjeti
he went to see Haridas.
i otišao je pogledat Haridasa
And he fell at the feet of Haridas.
i pao je do njegovih stopala.
We have committed a great offense. You are a great saint.
Počinili smo veliku uvredu, ti si veliki svetac.
Please forgive us.
Molim te, oprosti nam.
We don't know what we're doing.
Ne znamo što
We
činimo.
didn't recognize your greatness.
Nismo prepoznali tvoju veličinu.
So the king said, you may go anywhere and everywhere. You may stay anywhere and anywhere. And you may preach the glories of the Lord anywhere. I give you my permission.
I kralj mu je rekao, dajem ti svoju dozvolu da putuješ gdje god želiš, propovjedaš gdje god želiš, da se nastaniš gdje god želiš.
And he just went on preaching like nothing happened.
I on je jednostavno nastavio propovijedati ko da se ništa nije dogodilo.
And sometime later, when Lord Chaitanya was having his Mahaprakash Leela in the house of Srivas Thakur,
Nakon nekog vremena kad je gospodin Chaitanya odigravao svoju Mahaprakash lilu u kući
Mahaprakash Leela.
Mahaprakash lilu je odigravao u kući Srivas Thakura.
Yeah, it was 21 hours where the Lord was in the mood of giving his mercy as the Supreme Lord to all his followers.
To je lila koja je trajala 21 sat kad je gospodin davao svoju milost svim svojim sljedbenicima.
And so Lord Chaitanya he was in the mood of God, which he never is. He's always in the mood of a devotee. And now he's offering benedictions, blessings, and gifts to anyone and anyone, simply if they ask. That's all.
Znači, tada je gospodin Chaitanya bio u raspoloženju Boga i davao bi blagoslove i darove svima koji bi to zatražili.
So the Lord turned to Haridas at one point.
Gospodin se okrenuo Haridasu u jednom trenutku.
He said, Haridas, you remember the time when those torturers were beating you with whips?
I rekao je, Haridas, sjećaš li se onog puta kad su te oni mučitelji tukli onim bičevima?
When I saw that, I decided to come from Vaikuntha with my chakra and kill them immediately.
Kad sam to vidio, odlučio sam doći s Vaikunte sa svojim čakrom i odmah ih ubiti.
But your prayers for their forgiveness were so strong, my chakra could not move.
Ali tvoje molitve da im oprostim su bile toliko moćne da se moja čakra nije mogla ni pomaknuti.
But then I thought, I have to help you somehow.
Ali onda sam pomislio, pa moram ti nekako pomoći.
So I took my body and I put it on top of your body.
I onda sam svoje tijelo stavio na tvoje tijelo,
So you wouldn't feel any pain.
tako da ti ne osjećaš nikakvu bol.
Then the Lord took off his cloth, turned around and said, the whip marks are still on my back, and he showed them his back to Srila Haridas Thakur.
I tada je gospodin uklonio svoju odjeću i rekao je, tragovi ožici od bića se još vide na mojim leđima, i pokazao je to Srila Haridas Thakuru.
His love for Haridas was so strong that the Lord was willing to take some punishment so he could save his devotee.
Ljubav gospodina Chaitanya prema Haridasu je bila toliko jaka da je on podnio ovu kaznu kako bi spasio svog bhaktu.
When Haridas saw what the Lord had done, he fainted.
Kad je Haridas vidio što je gospodin učinio, on je jednostavno pao u nesvijest.
It was too much for him that the Lord had sacrificed his own comfort and took the suffering that Haridas was supposed to get, because it has to go somewhere, and the Lord took it all.
To je bilo previše za Haridasa, to što je gospodin žrtvovao svoju vlastitu ugodu radi njega, jer te batine su nekamo morale otići.
And when Haridas saw that, his mind was so overwhelmed with just unhappiness that he just fainted.
Kad je Haridas to vidio, njegov um je bio preplavljen nesrećom i on se jednostavno onesvijestio.
Who is Srila Haridas Thakur?
Ko je Srila Haridas Thakur?
Interesting.
Zanimljivo.
When Krishna was in Vrindavan,
Kad je Krishna bio u Vrindavanu,
he killed one demon called Agasura.
ubio je jednog demona koji se zvao Agasura.
It was a big snake demon that came to swallow Krishna and all the cowherd boys.
To je bio veliki demon u obliku zmije koji je došao progutati Krišnu i sve dječake pastire.
This snake opened his mouth to attract the cowherd boys and Krishna into the mouth so he could swallow them all up.
Ta zmija je razjapila usta kako bi privukla dječake pastire i Krišnu da je uđu u usta i da ih proguta.
And first the cowherd boys went in.
Prvo su dječaci pastiri umarširali unutra.
This demon was waiting for Krishna to go in.
A i ovaj demon je čekao da Krišna uđe.
And when Krishna saw that his friends had run into the mouth of this demon, he became overwhelmed with spiritual anxiety.
I kad je Krišna vidio da su njegovi prijatelji otrčali u usta ovog demona, on je postao preplavljen duhovnom tjeskobom.
And Krishna ran into his mouth.
I onda je Krišna utrčao u njegova
As soon as
usta.
Krishna ran into his mouth, he closed his mouth.
I čim je Krišna utrčao, demon je zatvorio usta.
But Krishna expanded his form so big that he burst out of the top of the head of the demon and killed the demon at the same time.
Ali Krišna se toliko je povećao svoj oblik da je jednostavno demonu se cijela glava rasprsla i demon je umro.
And the soul of this demon went up in the sky.
A duša ovog demona otišla je visoko na nebo.
It was like a bright light.
Ona je bila poput jarkog
And
svjetla.
the demigods could see it.
I polubogovi su mogli to vidjeti.
And then that soul came back down and went right into the body of Krishna.
I zatim se ta duša spustila natrag dolje i ušla direktno u Krišnino tijelo.
So that soul got liberation,
Ta duša je dobila oslobođenje,
a special kind of liberation.
posebnu vrstu oslobođenja.
Because when Agasura closed his mouth, he realized that Krishna is God.
Posebnu vrstu oslobođenja jer kad je Agasura zatvorio usta, on je shvatio da je Krišna Bog.
So the last thing that he thought of before he died was Krishna as the Supreme Lord.
Zadnja stvar na koju je pomislio prije nego što je umro je to da je Krišna svevišnja božanska osoba.
So he got liberation. Not only liberation, but he got the same form as Krishna in the spiritual world.
I on je dobio oslobođenje. I ne samo to, nego i isti oblik kao koji ima Krišna u duhovnom svijetu.
Krishna made all this happen so the demigods could see it.
Krišna je ovo sve izaranžirao tako da polubogovi to mogu vidjeti.
And when the demigods saw what happened,
A kada su polubogovi vidjeli što se dogodilo
they saw the mercy of Krishna on this demon,
i vidjeli su Krišninu milost prema ovom demonu,
they had kirtan.
imali su kirtan.
They started playing drums and having blowing horns, and people were dancing, and it was just a big festival. Everyone was happy.
Počeli su svirati bubnjeve, puhati u rogove, svi su plesali i svi su bili sretni, bio je veliki festival.
So the festival was so loud that it went to Brahma's abode in Brahmaloka.
Festival je bio toliko glasan da su oni otišli do Brahme na Brahmaloku.
Brahma said, something's going on, I'm going to go look.
Odnosno Brahma je to čuo i rekao je nešto se događa, idem pogledati.
Brahma came out and saw this big festival.
I
Demigods.
Brahma je vidio taj veliki festival polubogova.
Then he understood that this cowherd boy had killed this big demon.
I onda je razumio, aha, ovaj dječak pastir je ubio ovog demona.
Then he was thinking, who's this cowherd boy?
I onda je razmišljao, pa ko je taj dječak pastir?
He's pretty powerful.
On je poprilično moćan,
He didn't recognize him as the Supreme Lord.
nije ga prepoznao kao svevišnji gospodina.
And then later on he tried to trick Krishna.
I kasnije pokušao prevariti Krišnu.
to find out how powerful Krishna was.
Kako bi saznao koliko je zapravo moćan Krišna.
So Krishna was in Vrindavan,
Krišna je bio u Vrindavanu.
and every day he would go and play with his cowherd friends.
Svaki dan bi išao tamo i igrao se sa svojim dječacima
They played
pastirima.
all kinds of games.
Igrali bi svakakve igre.
They would sometimes imitate birds and go like this and run along the ground.
Ponekad bi mahali rukama trčeći oponašajući ptice,
And then they would laugh.
pa onda bi se smijali,
And then they make animal sounds.
onda bi proizvodili zvukove životinja,
And then they would run to a well.
onda bi otrčali do
And
bunara
they would call funny names down the well.
i izvikivali bi čudna i smiješna imena.
And the names would come back up because the well was like an echo.
I ta imena bi im se vraćala iz bunara radi jeke
And then they would all laugh.
i onda bi se oni smijali.
And then they play all kinds of games.
Svakakve igre su igrali.
And then they get tired.
I onda su se umorili
Time for push-up.
i onda je vrijeme za prasadanje.
So they would sit down with Krishna.
I onda bi sjeli sa Krišnom
And all their mothers would give them these little lunch pails.
i majke bi im dale te male lunch pakete
And they would all sit down and enjoy lunch.
i onda bi svi uživali u ručku.
And they would look into Krishna's lunch pail and see.
I onda bi pogledali što Krišna ima za ručak,
Because Krishna always had the best food.
jer Krišna uvijek imao najbolju hranu.
They would always see what Mother Yasoda made today.
Oni bi uvijek pogledali što je majka Jašoda danas
And
spremila.
Krishna would share with them.
A Krišna bi to podijelio s
And
njima.
then they would share their food with Krishna.
I onda bi oni podijelili svoju hranu sa Krišnom.
And so this was going on.
I to se tako odvijalo.
And the cows were nearby.
I krave su bile blizu,
But the cows got a little restless, so they decided to leave.
ali krave su bile malo uznemirene pa su odlučile otići.
And they started looking for different places to graze grass.
I tražile su neka druga mjesta na kojima bi mogle pasti travu.
And the cowherd boy said, "Oh, there goes the cows.
I dječaci pastiri su rekli, o, gle, odoše nam krave,
Let's go."
idemo.
And Krishna said, "No, you enjoy your lunch. I'll get the cows."
A Krišna je rekao, ne, vi samo uživajte u ručku, idem ja po krave.
So Krishna left to chase after the cows.
I Krišna je otišao da uhvati krave.
And at that time, Brahma came.
U tom momentu je došao Brahma
And he used his mystic power.
i iskoristio svoju mističnu moć
And he tried to steal the cowherd boys and the calves who were still there.
i pokušao ukrasti dječake pastire i telad koja su još bila s njima.
And Krishna returned.
I Krišna se vratio
Where'd the cowherd boys and calves go?
i pitao se, pa di su dječaci pastiri i telad?
Where'd they go?
Kamo su otišli?
And he thought, yeah, it's Lord Brahma playing his tricks again.
Mislili su, aha, opet nas je Brahma na Samarima.
So Lord Krishna expanded himself
Gospodin Krišna se ekspandirao
into each and every cowherd boy and each and every calf exactly according to that person's characteristics, natures, behavior. Everything was the same.
Ekspandirao se u svakog dječaka pastira i u svako tele točno onakvim kakvi su oni bili prema svim karakteristikama njihovim.
Now, this went on for 1 year.
Ovo je trajalo godinu dana.
Well, now all the cowherd boys and calves had become Krishna. They were actually Krishna. They were no longer who they were.
Znači svi dječaci pastiri i sva telad su zapravo postali Krišna. Oni su zapravo bili Krišna, nisu bili ono tko su prije bili.
So when they would go home at night to see their mothers,
Kad bi na večer otišli kućama svojim majkama,
usually their mothers would just greet them and give them some supper and get them ready for bed.
inače bi ih majke jednostavno dočekale, dale im večeru, pospremile ih u krevet.
But this time, the mothers were so excited to see their kids that they were just showing so much affection, and they said, we can't understand it. We have so much affection for our children. It's just as much as we have for Krishna.
A sada su majke bile jako uzbuđene i pokazivale su svoje djeci puno nježnosti i privrženosti I govorili su, ne razumijemo, imamo toliko privršenosti prema svojoj djeci kao prema Krišni.
They were all Krishna, but they were in the forms of their children.
Svi su oni bili zapravo Krišna, ali u oblicima tih dječaka pastira.
And then the cows,
A krave,
the old cows,
znači ove starije krave,
and they saw the calves that Krishna had become, and they started running after these calves.
kad su vidjele znači ovu telad koja su zapravo bila ekspandirani Krišna, počele su trčati za njima.
And the cowherd men are trying to hold back the cows, but they couldn't do it.
I pastiri su pokušali zadržati krave, ali nisu mogli.
The cows were not, they weren't chasing after their own calves, but calves of other cows who actually became Krishna.
I krave zapravo nisu trčale za svojim vlastitim telićima, nego za telićima drugih krava, a to je zapravo bio Krišna.
So this went on for 1 year.
I to je trajalo godinu dana.
And Balaram, after some time Balaram thought, something's going on here. I don't know what's happening, but something's going on.
I Balaram je nakon nekog vremena pomislio, nešto je ovdje sumnjivo, ne znam točno što se događa, ali nešto se događa.
Everything is different.
Sve je drugačije.
There must be some mystic lady came and put spells on everybody.
Možda je došla neka mistična žena i pobacala čarolije na sve nas.
No, it's not that. It's Krishna.
A ne, nije to. To je Krišna.
He went to Krishna and he said, what's going on?
I otišao je do Krišne i pitao ga je što se
Krishna told him
događa.
the whole story.
I Krišna mu je sve ispričao.
And Balaram understood.
I Balaram je razumio.
Because Krishna is so powerful, he can even bewilder Balaram.
Jer Krišna je toliko moćan da može zbuniti čak i Balarama.
Nobody could bewilder Balaram except Krishna.
Niko ne može zbuniti Balarama osim Krišne.
And so now, after 1 year, Brahma decided to come back and see what was going on.
I nakon godinu dana Brahma je odlučio se vratiti da vidi što se događa.
And then Brahma came to the same place where he had taken the cowherd boys and calves.
I Brahma je došao na isto mjesto gdje je uzeo dječake pastire i telad.
And everything was the same.
I sve je bilo isto.
Krishna was there.
Krišna je bio tamo.
Calves and boys were there and they were enjoying lunch.
I telići i dječaci pastiri su bili tamo i oni su uživali u ručku.
Brahma said, what is this?
Brahma je rekao, pa što je ovo?
So he ran into the cave where he put all these calves and cowherd boys and they were there.
I on je otrčao u špilju kamo je prije pospremio dječake pastire i sve te teliće i oni su svi bili ondje.
So he ran back to the banks of the Jamuna and they were there.
I onda je natrag otrčao na obalu Jamune i oni su bili i tamo.
And then he ran back to the cave and there they were again.
I onda je otrčao natrag u špilju i tamo su isto bili.
Now Brahma's got 4 heads.
Brahma ima 4 glave.
So the heads were spinning around.
Glave su se vrtjele.
He couldn't figure out what's going on.
Nije mogao shvatiti što se događa.
Then he realized something's happening that I don't understand.
I onda je shvatio, pa događa se nešto što ja ne razumijem.
And then he could understand. Uh-oh.
I onda je shvatio.
I think I made a mistake.
I onda je skužio, mislim da se napravio
This
pogrešno.
cowherd boy who I tried to play a trick on is my worshipful Lord.
Ovaj dječak pastir kojeg sam pokušao nasamariti je moje obožavano božanstvo.
And then Krishna did something else.
I onda je Krišna učinio još nešto.
He expanded himself and all the calves and cows into Vishnu forms.
Ekspandirao je sebe i sve dječake pastire i teliće u oblike Višnua.
So all the calves and all the cowherd boys that were taken by Brahma now were in the form of Vishnu.
Znači, svi telići i svi dječaci pastiri koje je Brahma bio uzeo su sada bili Višnu. Jel?
And now there were 3 sets.
I sada su postojala, znači, 3 kompleta.
Yeah. And Brahma saw all this and he thought, I'm Brahma, but I don't know what's going on.
I Brahma je ovo vidio i mislio, ja sam Brahma, ali nemam pojma što se događa.
I think I better just go offer prayers to this person because I can't figure it out myself.
Bolje da idem ponuditi svoje molitve ovoj osobi jer ne mogu
So
shvatiti
he
što se
ran
mi
to
kaže.
Krishna and fell at Krishna's feet.
Otrčao je do Krišne i pao mu do
And
stopala
he was offering prayers.
i nudio je molitve.
And Krishna wasn't even so interested in his prayers.
A Krišnu nisu baš zanimale molitve.
I was thinking, what is this demigod doing? I want to go play with my friends. And he's just taking up my time.
I Krišna je mislio, a šta mi ovaj sad polubog troši vrijeme? Ja se hoću ići igrat sa svojim prijateljima.
Krishna would rather play and hear all these prayers, you know.
Krišna bi se radije igrao nego slušao te molitve.
So, and then Brahma, you know, and Krishna was a little patient.
Krišna je bio strpljiv.
And then he's offering all these prayers. Those prayers are really beautiful.
Brahma je nudio molitve koje su bile jako lijepe.
It's the 14th chapter of the 10th canto. It's considered the most beautiful prayers offered to Krishna by Lord Brahma.
To je 14. poglavlje 10. pjevanja Šrimad Bhagavatama i te molitve smatraju se najljepšima koje je Brahma nudio Krishna.
Brahma said, you know, I'm Lord Brahma.
Na kraju molitvi Brahma je rekao, ja sam gospodin Brahma
And I've become proud.
i postao sam ponosan
And I offended you.
i uvrijedio sam te.
By trying to play tricks on me.
Pokušavajući te prevariti.
So he was thinking, what can I do to make up for my offense?
I mislio je, što mogu napraviti da se iskupim za uvredu.
So the Lord actually became a little merciful.
Gospodin je postao malo milostiv.
And he said, Brahma, in my next incarnation, you will also appear there.
I rekao je, Brahma, u mojoj idućoj inkarnaciji i ti ćeš se pojaviti.
But you will be born in a low family.
Ali ćeš se roditi u niskoj obitelji.
And you'll be known as Namacharya Haridas Thakur.
I bit ćeš poznat kao Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur.
And because you were born in a low family, you will never become proud.
Zbog toga što si rođen u obitelji niskog roda, nikad nećeš postati ponosan.
And Brahma was so happy.
I Brahma je bio presretan.
Yes, please, because by your mercy I get to associate with you again, and this time I won't become proud.
Rekao je, da, super, tvojom milošću moći ću se opet družiti s tobom, ali ovaj puta neću postati ponosan.
So Srila Haridas Thakur is a personification of tolerance and humility.
Srila Haridas Thakur je personifikacija tolerancije i poniznosti.
Lord Chaitanya explains, Trinadapi, Sunichena, Tayor Ivasa Hishnuna, Amaninam, Amanidena, Kirtaniya Sadaya. One can only chant the holy names of the Lord continuously if one practices humility.
Gospodin Chaitanya objašnjava da osoba jedino stalno može pjevati sveto ime ako prakticira poniznost.
What is real humility?
Što je zapravo poniznost?
We hear definitions of humility.
Čujemo različite definicije
And the
poniznosti.
scriptures give a few different ones.
I spisi daju par različitih definicija.
Real humility really means that everything I can do, or everything I am, is simply the mercy of the Lord. That's it.
A poniznost zapravo znači da sve što ja mogu i sve što ja jesam je jednostavno milost Gospodina.
Whatever I have, it's your mercy. Whatever I can do, it's your mercy. Whatever glorification I receive is simply coming because of your mercy.
Što god ja imam, to je tvoja milost. Što god ja mogu učiniti, to je tvoja milost. I kada god me netko hvali me samo zbog tvoje milosti.
We see in the life of Srila Prabhupada all the great things he did.
Vidimo u životu Srila Prabhupada sve velike stvari koje on učinio.
For Krishna consciousness around the world in 11 years, impossible what he did. No one has ever done anything close to that.
Proširio je svjesnost Krišne po cijelom svijetu u 11 godina. To je nemoguće. Niko nikad nije učinio ništa niti blizu tome.
Opened up 108 temples, farm communities, schools, preaching centers, restaurants.
Otvorio 108 hramova, farmi, centara za propovijedanje, škola.
Prabhupada would never take credit.
Ali Prabhupada nikad nije uzimao zasluge za to.
Every time they would give Prabhupada credit for what he did, he would say, it's all by the grace of my spiritual master, it's all by the grace of Krishna.
Prabhupada bi uvijek rekao, sve to milošću mog duhovnog učitelja i milošću Krišne.
So, when we do something great,
kada učinimo nešto veliko,
or we do something very successful,
ili nešto jako uspješno,
we get proud.
postanemo ponosni.
I did this.
Ja sam to učinio.
Just see.
A, gledajte me.
Recognize me.
Prepoznajte me.
Yeah, if you don't recognize me, talk to other people who ever recognize me and they'll tell you about me.
Ako me ne prepoznajete, pričajte s drugim ljudima koji me prepoznaju, pa ćete me onda prepoznati.
But there's a danger.
Ali postoji opasnost.
When you do something that is good or glorious.
Kad radite nešto što je dobro ili slavno,
and people recognize it.
A ljudi to prepoznaju.
You should know at that point pride can come in.
Trebate znati da u tom trenutku može se ušuljati ponos.
Because that's the time it comes in when you receive some glorification, some credit, some praise, or even in your own mind, thinking, oh, I've done something good.
Ponos ulazi, znači, kada vas hvale i slave i čak i u vašem vlastitom umu možete razmišljati, a ja sam učinio nešto dobro.
So the devotee always thinks, all glories to my spiritual master.
Bhakta uvijek misli, sva slava mom duhovnom učitelju.
All glories to Prabhupada.
Sva slava Prabhupadu.
Not like, well, 90% glories to Prabhupada and I get 10%.
A ne 90% slave Prabhupadu, a meni onda 10%.
You know, I don't ask for much, I'm giving him 90%.
Mislim, ne tražim puno, dajem mu 90%.
I did do something, I should get at least 10%. All right, give me 5%.
Ali kad sam nešto učinio, zaslužujem 10%, ma dobro, dajte bar 5%.
Not like that.
Ne tako.
All glories.
Ne, sva slava.
Yeah. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita,
I Krishna kaže u Bhagavad Giti,
Rasoham apsukuntiya prapasmi sanisurya pranava sarvadeshu sabdike purusham vishu. I am the taste of water.
ja sam okus vode,
I am the light of the sun and moon.
svjetlost sunca i mjeseca,
I am the sound in ether.
zvuk u eteru
And I am the ability in all living entities.
i sposobnost u svim živim bićima.
If Krishna wants, he can make you forget your own name.
Ako Krishna želi, može vas navesti da zaboravite vlastito ime.
But he doesn't do that.
Ali on to ne čini.
He's all powerful.
On je svemoćan.
Completely.
Potpuno.
But when we do something, we're simply grabbing the mercy that is available because he's also merciful.
Ali kad nešto učinimo, mi jednostavno uhvatimo tu Krišninu milost, jer Krišna je milostiv.
He likes to give credit to his devotees.
On voli davati zasluge svojim baktama.
But the devotees always like to give credit to Krishna.
Ali bakte vole davati zasluge Krišni.
And so there's a competition who can give credit to the other.
I to je zapravo natjecanje. Ko će pripisati zasluge onom drugom?
And Krishna always wins.
I Krišna uvijek pobjeđuje.
But the devotee knows it's Krishna's mercy.
Ali bakta zna, to je Krišnina milost.
So, not only does the devotee not take credit, but the devotee doesn't want to be glorified.
Ne samo da bakta ne preuzima zasluge, nego bakta ni ne želi da ga se slavi.
The Bhagavad Gita says that humility means not wanting the position to be honored by others.
U Bhagavad Giti piše da poniznost znači ne željeti poziciju u kojoj ćete slaviti drugi.
And so Srila Haridas Thakur, he's honored.
Srila Haridas Thakur, njega slavimo.
Srila Prabhupada is honored.
Njega isto slavimo.
Books have been written about, hundreds of books have been written about Prabhupada.
Stotine knjiga je napisano o Prabhupadu.
But these great souls, they understand it's not me, it's Krishna's mercy.
Ali ove velike duše razumiju, pa to nisam ja, to je Krišnina milost i to je sve.
Krishna wants something to happen and he's giving me the chance to to perform it on his behalf.
Krišna želi da se nešto dogodi i meni daje mogućnost da to napravim u njegovo ime.
This is actual humility.
To je prava poniznost.
Not thinking, well, I'm so low.
Ne misliti, ja sam tako pao.
I'm so fallen.
Ja sam tako nisko
I'm so
pao.
wretched.
Ja sam tako odvratan.
I'm no good.
Ja ne valjam.
Therefore, give me some prasad.
I zato dajte mi prasadam.
That may help me a little.
Možda mi malo pomogne.
No, chant Hare Krishna.
Ne, mantrujte Hare Krishna.
No, first prasad.
Ne, prvo prasadam.
So, this idea, what they call it, low self-esteem, is another form of false ego.
Takozvano nisko samopouzdanje je još jedan oblik lažnog ega.
Yeah, because a devotee is part and parcel of Krishna.
Jer bhakta je djelić i čestica Krišne.
And each soul is pure.
I svaka duša je čista.
So when we make these statements about low self-esteem, we're simply identifying with the mind and body.
I kada dajemo te izjave koje otkrivaju nisko samopouzdanje, mi se zapravo poistovjećujemo sa umom i tijelom.
But the soul's business is not to take credit, but to give credit to the source.
Ali posao duše nije da uzima zasluge, nego da zasluge pripiše izvoru.
So real humility means I can't do anything, Lord, but you can do everything.
Prava poniznost znači ja ne mogu ništa učiniti, ali ti, Gospodine, možeš učiniti sve.
And Prabhupada would say that.
I Prabhupada je to govorio.
He would say, do something great for Krishna.
On je govorio, učini nešto veliko za Krišnu.
Do something wonderful for Krishna.
Učini nešto divno za Krišnu.
Try to do something that would really bring Krishna's mercy into the world in a very significant way.
Pokušaj učiniti nešto što bi stvarno dovelo Krišninu milost u ovaj svijet na neki značajan način.
And Prabhupada would say, even if you fail,
I Prabhupada bi govorio, pa čak i ako ne uspiješ,
everyone would say, oh, it was too difficult anyway, so.
svi će reći, pa i onako je bilo preteško.
But if you're successful,
Ali ako uspiješ,
everyone would say, just see, amazing, what they've done.
svi će reći, pogledaj, prekrasno.
No, Prabhupada wanted the devotees to do wonderful things to spread Krishna consciousness.
Prabhupada je htio da bhakti čine prekrasne stvari kako bi proširili
But he
svijest
always
Krišne.
understood, it's Krishna. Krishna's always looking, who's ready to take my mercy?
Ali on je razumio, to je uvijek Krišna. Krišna uvijek gleda ko je spreman primiti moju milost.
Krishna's mercy is like the rain.
Krišnina milost je poput kiše.
When it rains, it goes everywhere.
Kada kiši, voda ide svuda.
It goes on the water in the oceans.
Ide i u vodu i u oceane.
It goes on the rocks.
Ide i po kamenju.
The ocean doesn't need water.
Oceanu ne treba voda.
No, nor does the rocks.
Ni kamenju ne treba voda.
But Krishna's mercy is always flowing.
Ali Krišnina milost uvijek teče.
When someone asks Prabhupada, Prabhupada, give me your mercy.
Neko je pitao Prabhupada, Prabhupada, daj mi svoju milost.
Prabhupada said, I'm giving, take it.
Prabhupada je rekao, pa dajem, uzmi ju.
Just take it, it's
Uzmi ju.
available.
Ona je dostupna.
Hare Krishna.
Pjevaj Hare Krishna.
Serve the Vaishnavas.
Služi Vajšnave.
Preach Krishna consciousness.
Propovijedaj svjesnost Krišne.
These are how these mercies manifest in a practical way.
To je način na koji se milost manifestira na praktičan način.
So the devotee wants to do something to spread Krishna consciousness, to help Srila Prabhupada, to help Lord Chaitanya's mission become a reality in the world.
Bhakta želi učiniti nešto kako bi pomogao Srila Prabhupadu da bi misija Šri Chaitanje postala realnost u ovom svijetu.
So everyone has that capacity, everyone has that ability.
Svako ima tu sposobnost, taj kapacitet.
Because the capacity and the ability is Krishna's mercy.
Jer taj kapacitet i ta sposobnost su Krišnina milost.
We may also have some personal abilities, but only when it's used in Krishna consciousness does it have any value.
Možda mi imamo neke osobne sposobnosti, ali tek kad se one koriste u svjesnosti Krišne, one dobivaju neku vrijednost.
Many people in the world have great abilities.
Mnogi ljudi na ovom svijetu imaju velike sposobnosti.
And people who can remember everything.
Neki ljudi se mogu sjetiti svega.
Look at technology. It's so amazing when you look what technology can do.
Pogledati tehnologiju, zapanjujuće je što sve tehnologija može.
And so many of the non-devotees, they've done so many amazing things in the world.
I toliki abakte su učinili tolike prekrasne stvari u
But it's
svijetu.
not connected to Krishna.
Ali to nije povezano s
It's
Krišnom.
not about pleasing Krishna.
I nije mu cilj zadovoljiti Krišnu,
It's about themselves.
nego radi se o njima samima.
It's about getting some popularity, some riches from doing these things.
Radi se o stjecanju popularnosti i bogatstva iz tih stvari.
But although it's great activity from a material point of view,
Iako su materijalno gledano to prekrasne aktivnosti,
it's taking them down.
one ih povlače prema dolje
It's bringing them to more suffering, that's all.
i vode ih u grešniji život.
When you do it for Krishna,
Ali kada to činite za Krišnu,
then you go up.
onda se uzdižete.
Yeah. So that's the idea. Do everything for Krishna.
To je ta ideja. Sve činite za Krišnu.
The most important thing is to preach Krishna consciousness.
Najvažnija stvar je propovijedati svjesnost Krišne.
The world is suffering.
Svijet pati.
And Krishna, he's the Hambida Pradapita. He's the seed-giving, loving father to all living entities.
Krišna je otac koji daje sjeme i voli svako živo biće.
Krishna is not partial to anyone, he's equal to everyone.
On nije pristran prema nikome i jednak je prema svima.
But the devotees who come forward and act on his behalf, he gives them his special care, special protection, special mercy.
Ali baktama koji poduzmu korak i djeluju u njegovo ime, on daje svoju posebnu brigu, zaštitu i milost.
And then you become a close associate of Krishna.
I onda postanete bliski suradnik Krišne.
And you enter into the inner circles of Krishna's confidence.
I uđete u unutrašnji krug Krišninih pratitelja.
And then what better friend could you have than Krishna?
Ko može biti bolji prijatelj od Krišne?
And Krishna is there. He's there to be your friend. He's there to be your protect. Everything you need is supplied by Krishna.
I Krišna je tu. On je tu da bude naš prijatelj i sve što trebamo daje nam Krišna.
We don't have to go anywhere else.
Ne trebamo ići nigdje drugdje.
Prabhupada gave us everything.
Prabhupada nam je dao sve.
Don't look outside for any kind of satisfaction. Everything is found in Krishna consciousness.
Nemojte gledati van za nekakvo zadovoljstvo. Sve se nalazi u svjesnosti Krišne.
If we come together as devotees more often,
Ako se češće skupimo kao bakte
programs for chanting,
i imamo programe za pjevanje,
distribute prasad,
dijelimo prasadan,
discuss philosophical teachings,
pričamo o filozofiji,
then we're actually growing in our spiritual life and we're becoming closer and closer to Krishna.
mi zapravo rastemo u svom duhovnom životu i postajemo sve bliži i bliži Krišni.
Do we have more than 30 families in the congregation in Croatia? In Zagreb?
Imamo li više od 30 obitelji u kongregaciji u Zagrebu?
How many families do we have?
Koliko imamo obitelji?
More than 30?
Više od 30 sigurno.
Okay, so if each, just say using the number 30,
Ajde, recimo da ih je 30.
if each family does a program once a month at their house and invites everyone to come, then you have 30 programs every day in a month.
Kad bi svaka od 30 obitelji napravila jedan dan u mjesecu program i pozvala sve, svaki dan u mjesecu imali bismo program.
You can only cook once a month, that's all.
I možete kuhati samo jednom mjesečno.
One family cooks once a month and invites all the devotees.
Jedna obitelj kuha jednom mjesečno i pozove sve bakte.
Then you have programs every night.
I onda imate programe svako večer.
Yeah. So that means any night of the week you can have satsang, association, kirtan, pravachan, prasad, and then the material world disappears.
Svaku večer onda možete imati program, kirtan, prasadam i materijalni svijet onda jednostavno nestane.
And we can actually do it 26 days a month, because the other 4 days are Sundays, we can go to the temple in those days.
A možemo to zapravo napraviti i 26 dana u mjesecu, jer imamo u mjesecu 4 nedjelje, pa možemo otići u nedjelju u hram.
It's so easy.
Zapravo je lagano.
When I was in Bosnia about 4 years ago,
Kad sam bio u Bosni prije otprilike 4
I
godine,
was giving the same kind of lecture,
davao sam isto ovako predavanje,
but I did something different.
ali učinio sam nešto drugčije.
I pointed to each person.
Pokazao sam prstom na svaku osobu.
Okay, what night of the week are you going to do the program?
Ajde, koji dan u tjednu ćeš ti napraviti program?
And then they said,
Onda su se oni malo onako,
Thursday.
četvrtak.
And then somebody else would say, Monday.
Onda neko drugi kaže ponedjeljak.
So I covered the whole week.
I tako sam pokrio cijeli tjedan.
I was a little different there. I was asking each person to do it once a week. But now I think once a month is more easier.
Znači tamo sam tražio od svake osobe da napravi program jednom tjedno, ali sad mislim jednom mjesečno je lakše.
So organize that.
Organizirajte to.
The leaders here can organize, get all the congregation together and sign up every family once a month for a program.
Lideri ovdje mogu jednostavno to izorganizirati i neka se svako zapiše za jedan dan u mjesecu i da imamo program.
Sounds good?
Zvuči dobro.
Well, what about my material life?
Ali što je s mojim materijalnim životom?
It'll go on, don't worry.
A nastavit će se, ne brini.
And, you can always look, you say, who's having a program tonight? It's not that you have to go to every program, but you have the choice to go to 30 programs every day of the year. You don't think, oh, what am I going to do tonight? I'll just clean the kitchen or something.
Znači,
No, you can just go to a program. Every night you have a program somewhere.
uvijek možete razmisliti hoćete li ići na taj program ili ne, ne morate ići svaki put, ali uvijek imate izbor da ne morate razmišljati što ću raditi danas na večer, hoću li čistiti kuhinju ili što ću.
Some of you are smiling and others are not.
Neki od vas se smiješe, a drugi se ne smiješe.
I'm looking at Ayodhya Dev, he's smiling.
On se smije.
I think he's ready to take more than one a month.
Mislim da je spreman prihvatiti više od jednog mjesečno.
So I'm serious, I'm not just joking, and I think this is a good program for really bringing the devotees together.
Ja mislim da je ovo jako dobar program da se bakte stvarno zbliže.
Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sastri, Lavamatta, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Siddhi Roy. This is the essence of our practice, bringing devotees together, chanting, glorifying the Lord, and taking Krishna's prasad.
Esencija naše prakse je da se bakte nađu, da pjevaju o Krišni i da uzimaju prasadam.
You can think, I don't want to cook tonight. I can go to the program and get some prasad.
Možete razmišljati, pa ne da mi se danas kuhat, idem na program, idem na prasadam.
I see so many benefits.
Imate toliko puno dobrobiti.
Good idea.
Je to dobra ideja?
So let those of you who are the leaders here come together and discuss this program.
Vi koji ste ovdje lideri, razmislite o ovom programu.
And then when the traveling sannyasis or the traveling preachers come through, you can invite them to the programs and then it becomes a festival.
I onda kada putujući sanjasi ili propovjednici putujući dođu na taj program, to može jednostavno biti festival.
And then Subal will come every night and do kirtan in everybody's house, right?
I Subal će doći svako večer i imati kirtan u svačijoj kući.
As long as you give him some prasad.
Dokle god mu date prasada.
No, you don't have to.
Ali ne moraš.
Yeah, all joking aside, I mean, serious, this is a good way. Kadamba Maharaj has been saying the same thing in his lectures too.
Kadamba Maharaj također govori tu istu stvar na svojim predavanjima.
So yeah, this is a way to really bring the spiritual energy up. You know.
To je način da se stvarno podigne ta duhovna energija.
When I was a kid, I am still a kid, but anyway.
Kad sam bio dijete, mislim još uvijek sam dijete, ali
There was one rock and roll band.
bio je jedan rock and roll band.
It was called Jethro Tull.
Zvao se Jethro Tull.
There was one song I really liked that they used to sing.
Bila je jedna pjesma koju sam jako volio.
And the title of the song is "He's Not the Kind You Wind Up on Sunday."
On nije netko koju...
He's not the kind you wind up on Sunday.
Okay. On nije netko koga navineš u nedjelju.
In other words, God is more than just once a week.
Bog postoji ne samo jedan dan u tjednu.
Yeah. I thought it was good. It was really quite, it was a good preaching message. God is for every day of the week, not just Sunday.
To je dobra poruka za preaching. Bog je za svaki dan, ne samo za nedjelju.
So yeah, we have the formula.
I dakle imamo formulu.
I've done some preaching in London, a lot of preaching in London.
Također sam dosta propovijedao u Londonu.
And every night there's a program somewhere in London.
I svake večeri je program negdje u Londonu.
Every night, and sometimes
Svake večeri.
sometimes they say there's actually, if you look at it, you can find 10 programs every night in London.
A ponekada možete naći u cijelom tom londonskom području i 10 programa.
There's so many programs every night.
Ima ih jako puno, svaki dan.
There's youth programs.
Ima programe za mlade.
Dharma programs.
Ima Hatte.
Bhakti Riksha programs.
Bhakti Riksha programe.
And just kirtan programs.
Kirtani.
And so yeah, London is really a great place. The preaching is really going on strong.
London je odlično mjesto i tamo je preaching jako.
And Hare Krishna has become real popular in London.
I Hare Krishna je postala svjetski popularna u Londonu.
The government likes us.
Vlada nas voli.
The last two prime ministers both came to the temple, and both of them put a garland on Srila Prabhupada.
Zadnja dva premijera su oba došla u hram i obojica su stavili garland.
Boris Johnson came and put a garland on Srila Prabhupada.
Čak i Boris Johnson došao i stavio garland Srila Prabhupada.
There's some appreciation in a general sense for people in the London area for Hare Krishna. They respect us.
Londončani u generalnom smislu cijene i poštuju Hare Krishna.
Because we're everywhere.
Jer smo mi posvuda.
And that's the idea, to get everywhere.
I to je zapravo ta poanta, trebamo biti svuda.
And that's how Krishna consciousness spreads.
Tako se širi svjesnost Krišne.
Okay, so I guess we can end here. I brought Srila Haridas here.
Sada bismo mogli završiti. Ovdje sam doveo Srila Haridasa.
Beautiful deity of Srila Haridas.
Predivno božanstvo Srila Haridasa.
It was made from the Baku tree where Srila Haridas Bhajan Kutirs in Jagannath Puri.
Napravljena je od drva bakula koje raste kod Bhajan Kutira u Jagannath Puri.
It's made from that same tree.
Od tog drveta je napravljena.
So he's quite beautiful.
On je jako lijep.
People come to me and say, he looks so happy.
Ljudi mi dođu i kažu, on izgleda tako sretno.
And I say, yeah, because he's chanting, that's why.
Da, zato što mantra.
In other words, try it.
Drugim riječima, pokušajte.
And you'll be happy also.
I vi ćete biti sretni.
So come, maybe sometime today, come and offer your obeisances, take darshan, and maybe even offer a prayer, because your prayers will go right to the Haridas. And the best prayer, of course, is to pray that we can become more and more attached to chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
Zato slobodno dođite, možete mu odati svoje poštovanje, uzeti daršan s njim, odnosno pogledati ga, jel možete mu uputiti neku molitvu i najbolja molitva je, sorry Maharaj, the best prayer is
to pray that we can become more attached to chanting Hare Krishna.
Da se molimo da budemo više vezani za mantranje Hare Krishna.
And if you get a chance, this beautiful book called Namacharya, The Life of Haridas Thakur, by Rupa Vilas, and it's published by Torchlight Publishing, which is our publishing house in California.
I ako imate šansu, odnosno priliku, pogledajte ovu knjigu od Rupa Vilas Prabhuva koja se izdaje u Kaliforniji, Torchlight Publishing.
And a lot of the pastimes and activities of Haridas stories on philosophy centered around his life is mentioned there. A lot of the stuff that I didn't mention even in the last two lectures, so there's much more.
Tu su mnoge zabave iz njegovog života, čak i puno više nego što sam ja spomenuo u ovih zadnjih 2 puta.
Okay, so if there's any questions or comments,
Okay.
to make some comment or questions, we have some time.
Ima li pitanja ili komentara?
Oh, simultaneously. Okay.
We see that the living entities are very much attracted to Krishna, attached to Krishna from the story of Brahma. But my question is, what is our relationship between us when the Krishna is present and when we are attached too much to Him? Do we have any, like in spiritual, do we have any connections, any friendship also there, or just Krishna is in the middle and everything is about Him?
When we are here on this planet,
But let's see here and there also.
Znači, pitanje je da budući da imamo odnos sa Krišnom, imamo li ovdje i u duhovnom svijetu odnose sa drugim osobama?
well, Prabhupada explains, by executing devotional service and purifying your heart, you enter into these pastimes with Krishna and eventually in the spiritual world. You qualify yourself to become one of the associates of Krishna in the spiritual world.
Prabhupada objašnjava da se predanim služenjem zapravo postupno kvalificiramo kako bismo postali jedan od Krišninih pratilaca u duhovnom svijetu.
So yeah, Prabhupada would always say, you can become just like Prahlad Maharaj if you practice devotional service purely.
Prabhupada bi uvijek rekao, ako čisto prakticiraš predano služenje, možeš postati baš kao Prahlad Maharaj.
Every soul is pure.
Svaka duša je čista.
Every soul has the capacity to love Krishna completely.
Svaka duša ima kapacitet voljeti Krišnu u potpunosti.
And every soul is never separated from Krishna.
I svaka duša nikad nije odvojena od Krišne.
We think we're separated from Krishna, but we're not.
Mi mislimo da smo odvojeni od Krišne, ali nismo.
We can't be separated. It's not possible.
Ne možemo biti odvojeni od Krišne.
Separation is only our forgetfulness.
Odvojenost je jedino naša zaboravnost.
We're always with Krishna.
Mi smo uvijek s
He is
Krišnom.
always with us.
I on je uvijek s nama.
Even now.
Čak i sad.
But because we are looking outside for material happiness, enjoyment, we can't understand that we're always with Krishna.
Ali zbog toga što izvanjski tražimo materijalnu sreću i uživanje, ne možemo razumjeti da smo uvijek sa Krišnom.
So by chanting and by worshipping, we go deeper into our own heart and we can experience, yes, I'm with Krishna.
Mantrajući i štujući Krišnu možemo ući dublje u svoje vlastito srce i shvatiti, pa da, pa ja sam s Krišnom.
And when you become pure, then you go back to the spiritual world, and then you actually with Krishna in the spiritual world.
I kad postaneš čist, onda se vratiš u duhovni svijet i zapravo si tamo onda sa Krišnom. Ja?
Krishna never leaves the living being, and the living being never leaves Krishna. It's not possible.
Krišna nikad ne ostavlja živo biće, niti živo biće ikada ostavlja Krišnu.
That leaving is called Maya.
To ostavljanje se zove Maja,
Which means illusion.
a to znači iluzija.
Yeah. Does that help?
Pomaže li to?
The question was, what is the relationship between devotees or the residents of the spiritual world when Krishna is there? Do they have any relation, or they are everything focused on Krishna and going through Krishna?
Well,
Znači, pitanje je ono koje sam vam već rekao.
well, the spiritual world means to associate with and serve Krishna. That's what it means.
Duhovni svijet znači družiti se s Krišnom i služiti Krišnu.
But in the spiritual world, people have their family.
Ali u duhovnom svijetu ljudi imaju svoje obitelji.
There's no sannyasis there.
Tamo nema sanjasi.
They're all grihastas.
Svi su grihaste.
Yeah. I'm serious, because there's nothing in the spiritual world. There's nothing to renounce, so there's no sannyasis.
U duhovnom svijetu nemate se čega odreći, pa niko nije u redu odricanja.
So everyone's a grihasta there.
Svi su tamo grihaste.
They have their families,
Imaju svoje obitelji,
and they carry on their activities.
izvršavaju svoje aktivnosti,
But everything centers around Krishna.
ali sve se vrti oko Krišne.
And when the cowherd boys get together, before they get together, the mothers prepare them nice lunches. We take care of them nicely, and then they send them out to be with Krishna and play with Krishna.
Kada majke spreme dječacima pastirima ručkove i tada ih pošalju da idu van sa Krišnom.
So Prabhupada would say, whatever you see in this world is in the spiritual world in its reality and its pure form.
Prabhupada je znao govoriti što god vidite u ovom svijetu, u duhovnom svijetu je zapravo stvarno i u svom čistom obliku.
So cows are there, the animals are there, people are there, houses are there.
Znači tamo su krave, životinje, ljudi i kuće.
Bill Gates is not there.
Bill Gates tamo nema.
I'll never get there either.
I on neće nikada tamo doći.
We're praying for him.
Molimo se za njega.
But everything is there in this pure form.
Sve je tamo u svom čistom obliku.
So our relationship with Krishna is in the spiritual world, and here is to serve Krishna in different ways. By serving each other, we're also serving Krishna.
Naš odnos sa Krišnom znači služiti Krišnu na različite načine i služeći druge zapravo isto služimo Krišnu.
I mean, you can serve a person by doing something for their body and mind.
Možeš služiti osobu na način da učiniš nešto za njeno tijelo i um.
And that's service also.
I to je također služba.
But the best service
Ali najbolja služba
is to bring someone closer to Krishna.
je nekoga približiti Krišni.
Because when people have Krishna, they have everything.
Jer kad ljudi imaju Krišnu, onda imaju sve.
Does that help?
Yes.
Pomaže li to? Da.
Yes.
In your lecture you mentioned someone with a low self-esteem and that this person is also on a false ego. And how to assist someone who is on a false ego with a low self-esteem? Because they usually want to act as victims and they don't want solutions for their situations. So how to assist such persons?
Well, if they don't want solutions, then it's hard to help anybody who doesn't want solutions.
Znači, Prabhu je postavio pitanje kako pomoći osobi koja ima nisko samopouzdanje i zapravo djeluje s razine lažnog ega i zapravo odbija sva rješenja koja joj se ponude jer želi djelovati kao žrtva.
You explain to them that they are a pure soul. The soul is perfect.
Trebate im objasniti da su oni čiste duše, a duša je savršena.
So they're identifying with something that's not them. And they're thinking that's them.
Oni se poistovjećuju s nečim što nisu oni, ali misle da su to oni.
We have to bring them back to their identity as spiritual beings.
Trebamo ih vratiti u njihov identitet kao duhovnih bića.
You're not this body. You're not low. You're not whatever you think you are. You are actually a pure soul, as part and parcel of Krishna, that has love for Krishna, has pure spiritual knowledge, and never takes birth and never dies.
Ti nisi ovo tijelo, nisi nizak i nisi što god misliš da jesi, ti si vječna duhovna duša, djelić i čestica Krišne koja se nikad ne rađa i nikad ne umire.
Man, people who think like that usually are so absorbed in the bodily concept of life.
Ljudi koji razmišljaju na ovaj način su zapravo često obuzeti tjelesnim konceptom.
If you try to deal with the direct problem, you probably won't be able to do anything. But if you just try to remind them that, hey, Krishna loves you. You're important to Krishna.
Ako pokušate direktno riješiti taj problem, vjerojatno nećete ništa postići, ali zato trebate osobu podsjetiti, hej, Krišna te voli, ti si važan Krišni.
Try to remind them about who they are and what is their relationship to the Lord.
Treba ih podsjetiti tko su i koji je njihov odnos sa Gospodinom.
That may help.
To može pomoći.
Because no one can stay like that. I mean, either you go farther down or you have to change.
Niko ne može ostati u tom stanju, ili ide još dublje dolje, ili će se promijeniti.
But it's self-pity, and again, it's just a feature that I'm this body, and I wanted to be great, and I can't be great, therefore I should be great by being not great.
To samo sažaljenje se manifestira na način da kao ja sam ovo tijelo i ja sam htio biti velik, ali sad ne mogu biti velik, pa ću biti velik po tome što nisam velik.
Yeah, they want to call attention to themselves in the opposite way.
Privlače pažnju na sebe na suprotan način.
Yeah, it sounds false.
To je lažni ego.
Yes,
I think when I have a realization, I must make progress. In our society, there is many people who don't understand process of bhakti yoga. This is their person is in a sentimental level, But when we have strong sadhana and many around Hare Krishna mantra, we have so much realization that we can make progress in this way.
Znači, Mataji je rekla da u ovom procesu postoje mnogi ljudi koji nemaju jednostavno dovoljno razumijevanja da shvate pravo znanje, nego su na sentimentalnoj razini i da treba mantrati i da treba osoba dobiti realizacije.
Jako sadhanu.
A osoba treba imati jako sadhanu.
well, the key is education.
Yes.
Ključ je u obrazovanju.
Prabhupada said we are an educational society. We're teaching who you are, what is Krishna, what is your relationship with Krishna.
Mi smo društvo za obrazovanje. Mi učimo tko je Krišna, tko ste vi i koji je vaš odnos sa Krišnom.
So Prabhupada, we have morning classes, evening classes, we have books, we have seminars. The idea is to learn.
Zato imamo jutarnja predavanja, večernja predavanja, imamo knjige, imamo seminare, znači poanta je da učimo.
Sentiment is good, but sentiment has to be guided by sound knowledge.
Sentiment je ok, ali sentiment treba biti vođen zdravim znanjem.
So,
Sentiment is, bhakti is devotional, it's emotional, but unless it's connected with philosophy, it's just plain sentiment. It can lead anywhere, doesn't it? There's no direction. Philosophy is the direction, sentiment is the mood.
Bhakti bhakti je emocionalna, ali bez filozofije ona ne vodi nikud. I zato filozofija je smjer, a bhakti je raspoloženje.
Prabhupada would say about himself,
Prabhupada bi rekao za sebe,
I have a heart of a Bengali mother,
imam srce bengalske majke
and I have a mind of an army English officer.
I imam engleskog vojnog časnika.
Combined two. So in other words, strong mind, soft heart.
Jak meko srce.
But strong mind means fixed in knowledge, not just arrogance, but real knowledge.
Jak znači biti utemeljen u pravom znanju, ne samo biti arogantan.
But bhakti is at the heart. But unless the heart is guided, the heart can go in the wrong direction.
Bhakti je u srcu, ali osim ako je srce ima vodstvo, ono može otići u krivom smjeru.
This is example is Arjuna.
Primjer toga je Arjuna.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
Krishna criticized him for wrong sentiment. Yeah?
Krishna ga je kritizirao zbog pogrešnih sentimenata.
He said, you're speaking nice words, but you're a fool.
Rekao je, govoriš lijepe riječi, ali ti si budala.
Thank you. That's a very important point. Yeah. So learn the books. Prabhupada said, I made these books for the devotees, not for selling.
yes.
Naučite knjige. Prabhupada je rekao, napisao sam ove knjige za bhakte, a ne samo za prodaju.
That's why Bodhiantas Parasparam Katyantas Chamamnicha Tushanticha Namanticha. Devotees come together, pick a topic, and discuss it.
Bhakte se skupe, odaberu temu i diskutiraju.
The Guru Maharaj was good at that. He would pick a particular topic and then he just explore that topic until he can't find anything else to say about it. And just go into one particular topic and see it from different angles, different perspectives. And then you become knowledgeable of that particular topic. And you can do that with many topics.
Vaš Guru Maharaj je bio jako dobar u tome, znači on bi odabrao neku temu i istraživao bi toliko dugo o toj temi dok više ne bi bilo ništa za istražiti i onda možete steći znanje o toj temi i to možete učiniti sa mnogim temama.
And if you don't have any, what we say, no attraction for philosophy, then just chant Hare Krishna.
Ali ako vas ne zanima filozofija, onda jednostavno pjevajte Hare Krishna.
Cijeli dan. All day.
All day. Yeah,
Cijeli dan.
that was my next statement. Then you're exhibiting the highest philosophical principles.
To je visoki religijski, filozofski princip.
Otherwise your mind will bother you. Your mind will say, this is not right, she's not right, he's not right, I'm not right, it's not right.
Mislit ćete, on nije dobar, ona nije dobra, ovo nije dobro, ono nije dobro, ja nisam dobar.
Yeah, the mind just keeps bothering you.
Vas stalno gnjavi.
Just tell him, shut up and just chant Hare Krishna.
Trebate mu reći, ušuti i mantri Hare Krishna.
It works.
To djeluje.
Okay, so I have to be at the temple by 4:15. It has been 1 hour.
Trebam biti u hramu do 4:15, znači imam
Maybe
sat
we
vremena.
can stop here and everyone can take prasad.
Možda možemo ovdje stati da svi uzmu prasadat.
And tonight there's a program at the temple.
I onda na večeri je program u templu.
Thank you very much.
Hvala vam puno.
Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.